Minasan konnichiwa, this is Matt Okuhara from the Matsumoto Castle Gun Corps, and today we're going to look at some of the gunnery scrolls we use in order to study Hojutsu. Whilst traditional martial arts scrolls cover a wide range of techniques and principles, Hojutsu scrolls focus specifically on firearms and gunpowder related weaponry. This might include instructions on loading and firing different types of guns, strategies for using firearms in battle, and perhaps even discussions on the mindset and ethics associated with the use of guns. Just like other martial arts scrolls, Hojutsu scrolls contain a combination of written descriptions and visual illustrations. These illustrations are crucial for conveying the proper stances, grips, and techniques associated with handling firearms effectively. They also provide information on where to aim and where not to aim when engaging an enemy. Details include how to lead the target, whether it is moving from left to right, away or towards you, and it also includes details on how to aim off just in case of inclement weather. Some Hojutsu scrolls also include advice on hunting, whether that be for waterfowl or beasts. In order to learn Hojutsu from these scrolls, practitioners need to delve into the historical context of the era when the scrolls were created. Understanding the societal and military conditions of the time provide insight into the practical application and techniques described in the scroll. And given that these scrolls were all created during the feudal era of Japanese history, a certain amount of modern interpretation needs to be applied to the scrolls. Given the scarcity of dedicated Hojutsu scrolls, modern practitioners interested in reviving this ancient art might need to rely on the interpretation of existing martial arts and experts, historical records, and any other available related texts. Generally speaking, most modern practitioners need to adapt and extrapolate techniques based on the understanding of firearms that we know now and the principles and traditional values of Japanese martial arts. In our experience at the Matsumoto Castle Gun Corps, learning from these scrolls involves a combination of theoretical study and practical application. This is made easier because all of the gunners in the Matsumoto Castle Gun Corps have access to feudal era firearms that actually were created during the feudal era. They aren't replicas. This gives us the opportunity to recreate the techniques and strategies described in the Hojutsu scrolls. As with any traditional martial art, Hojutsu comes with its own set of cultural and ethical considerations. Gunners approach the art with respect for its historical context and value. In order to become proficient in Hojutsu, gunners need a strong foundation in the basics of firearms. This includes understanding the mechanics of various historical firearms such as the Tanegashima or Hinawaju that we use, as well as other types of firearm. Then, beyond the basics, Hojutsu scrolls contain specialized and advanced techniques for using guns such as the Zamazutsu and Ozutsu, which are considerably larger than some of the other guns that we use. They also involve tactics for group formations in battle, strategies for defending against melee attacks while armed with a firearm, or methods for reloading quickly whilst under duress. These advanced techniques require a lot of practice. Finally, mental discipline. Traditional Japanese martial arts often place a significant emphasis on mental discipline and the development of a warrior's mindset. Learning from the scrolls includes guidance on maintaining composure under fire, cultivating focus, and understanding the ethical responsibilities associated with the use of firearms in battle. In summary, whilst dedicated Hojutsu scrolls are relatively rare, the process of learning from them involves a careful blend of historical research, practical experimentation, and an adaptation of traditional martial arts principles. This allows modern gunners to gain an insight into the techniques and philosophies of Hojutsu and the way of the gun in the feudal era.